see. It'll make your game easy to make. Super fast when you want to create. Put some buttons together. Oh yeah, add some behaviors to that's right. Switch them out to make something new. That's what it's all about. Oh wow. This one fires straight. This one fires lightning quickly. This one fires free. This one fires all around. It's easy to change the way the projectiles behave. It's easy to customize. New logic to fit your game. And don't forget the Discord for support and funny jokes. The docs are very extensive and we got YouTube tutorials. So now you've seen Projectile Factory, my magic big games. You can get it on the Unity Asset Store. Hey!
Welcome to the stream, you magical monsters, you. Oh my gosh. It's an exciting day. It's an exciting day, and I'll tell you why it's exciting. Actually, guess. Why do you think it's an exciting day? Just guess. Why do you think today is an exciting day? Now, I'm aware there might be nobody here to actually answer me, but nonetheless, why do you think it's an exciting day? Oh, there are people here. Give a thumbs up and tell me why you think it's an exciting day. You're probably wrong. You're probably going to say, oh, I'm very quiet? That's not good. Okay, wait a minute. What about this mic? Is that better? How's that? Is that better? I have two mics on my list here. And this one was up. Now this one's up. I don't know which one's which. Now an echo. I don't know. Or do I just have to, is this the right one? What is this? No filters. Well, what properties? Yeah. This is the right one. Really? I wonder if I just had it down better. I can see it going up. The little bar here. I checked on that, but I don't know. Maybe it was just too low on this bar. I can't remember what it was at. This one just needs to be removed. Hide. But do I really want to hide it? Well, it's down, so I guess it's okay. Anyways, welcome to the stream. I'll tell you why. Oh, now it's quiet again. Do I really have to eat it like this? Because my lips are really right next to it, and that's just ridiculous. Let's see. How about now? Is that better? Oh. Yeah, so check that out. I think that's might be a little better. The microphone has it's not buttons, it's a little screen thing. It looks like I'm peeking almost. Like the kids' YouTube videos where adults basically scream and make it peak, and apparently kids like that for some stupid reason because kids are weird. Anyways, I'll tell you why I'm excited today. There's two reasons. Because you're going to say because Projectile Factory is released. And that's true. That's true. But I'm excited today because it got up to 83 degrees Fahrenheit. And I got to go outside on an e-bike. And I'm wearing shorts and I have no socks on right now. And the window's open. Tech Dave, that's the wrong spot for it. It's not supposed to be in the cart. You're supposed to have already gotten it. But that's okay. For those of you who don't know, it's in the link in the description below. But if you go to the asset store from Infinity PBR, it's right here. It's right here near the top, Projectile Factory. But you can also find it on the new release discount. It's also fairly high up in that, which is very exciting. I would love to see if it gets all the way up here. That would be neat too. So we'll see if that happens. But Yeah. You know, I was debating on the price. I don't know what the right price. It's always hard to decide what the right price is for things. I know people tend to undervalue their own work, and I also know that I live in an expensive area, so but I also know I'm a cheapskate. In the end, I don't like spending money on random crap. But I also know that this is going to save people a lot of time, and I think it's a pretty snazzy tool. So I just don't know what the right price is. So I put it at $28, and we'll go from there. I think it should be higher, personally. I was wanting to put it at 35, but, it doesn't really matter. It's fine in the end. If people use it, that's the most important thing. Anyway, so check that out. Go to there, click the buy button, and tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. Look at this. I put some SEO-friendly description down here. I don't know if that's going to help, but I did. Oh, thank you, Chris. Well, hopefully the docs help. Hopefully the videos help. There are videos in the YouTube that on how to do stuff, and the docs, the documentation is there as well, and hopefully that will help. It's fairly straightforward. In fact, we're going to well, there you go. I thought it was going to be more too, but I settled on that. It's a funny thing because price can also signal to people that it's high or low quality. And by the way, we're celebrating, so oh yeah, cracking open a cold bubbly water. If prices are too low, it's kind of like, why is it so low? If prices are too high, it's like, well, that's just too high. I can't. That's just too much. But anyways, so what are we doing today? We are integrating this with, well, we're bringing it into Legend of the Stones. So I brought up Legend of the Stones. I haven't loaded up Legend of the Stones since I started working in the Projectile Factory, because the last time I was working on Legend of the Stones, I thought to myself, I want this flying eye to shoot laser beams at me, and I want to shoot arrows back at it. So let's see, where are we here? Let me just press play and maybe everything will break. I don't even know. I think I've loaded it up a couple times to test random side things in that time period, but so here we are. Yep, there we are. Oh, my jump is really freaking high. We can fly too, by the way. But the jump's really high. So I want these to fire laser beams at me. That's what I want. And I want to be able to click a button and just test firing laser beams back at them or arrows back at them or something. So that's what I want to do. Or actually, I want to, if I hold control down, my mouse moves. I'm also curious on the controls. I don't play enough games, is the problem. And so this game, I want people to be able to look around with a mouse. And I want them to move with a keyboard, AWSD, side, side, back, front, turning with the mouse. But this is up, down, Q and E is flying. But I also want you to be able to click on something to target this, or to click over here to target that, or to click down here to pick up a sword, or to click over here to click on buttons. So I'm not sure if mouse movement for the camera is the right move. I think it is. Anyways, that jump is too high. I thought I had turned off the jump, actually, for this controller, for this movement. Didn't I? This movement, I believe the movement controller that I'm using is available on the Asset Store in some way, shape, or form. Might be free. Might be part of game modules. I forget. Can jump. Yeah. All right. Well, where's my jump height or something? Gravity multiplier? No. I don't know what determines how high I can jump. Anyways, it's not important right now. What's important is going to Package Manager, because I also have to update game modules, because where's Package Manager? Where's Package Manager? Oh, there it is, down there. Because I've updated things. As you all know, if you've been around for a while, it's nice to update stuff from time to time, and I do that. So I've updated game modules. This is shared scripts is what I've updated. I fixed a few bugs in here and there too. But it's the scripts, the shared scripts I update and do things to. And and game modules is going to have a big update at some point. Not a breaking update. It's going to be a big update that makes it better, because in the production of Projectile Factory, I learned a few things. And one of the things that Projectile Factory does is its first key phrase is the behavior-based projectiles, which means you can just drag a behavior and it just does it. So when I was looking at a support case for Game Modules 4, I thought, holy shit, some of these should just be behavior objects. Like, how a object affects, how an item affects stats. It's kind of should just be a behavior, because then you can get a lot more interesting math. I'm here. Or am I? Sometimes it's hard to tell. So I think I'm just going to install everything from the game modules folder. Yeah, these are the new stuff. Yeah, I'm just going to install everything. Hopefully nothing breaks. It shouldn't, but you never know. Things go crazy. 12.0. There you go. If you can clear out the errors, they're probably not errors. Every once in a while, people come to me on the support and say, hey, I imported tons of errors. I think, can you clear it? Yeah, but there were errors. Well, that's a Unity thing probably. Most likely, almost all the time. Projectile Factory. All right, let's bring it in. And we're also going to have to bring in one of the integrations, because I want cool lasers. And the integrations have cool lasers. See all these integrations? They all have cool lasers. So I think I'm going to bring in Magic Arsenal, because that one's just really fun. And probably Sci-Fi Effects, maybe Sci-Fi Arsenal as well. I don't think I'm going to bring Realistic Effects Pack 4 in. Those are cool, but they're kind of annoying to use. They're fine with a Projectile Factory, but I just don't want to. So I just don't want to. So I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do cartoon effects or polygon effects. Those aren't the style I'm going for here, but the other ones will work. Sci-Fi effects is the most realistic of these all. Even the realistic effects ones isn't as realistic as sci-fi effects, in my opinion. But that's okay. Maybe it was realistic in 2016 or 15 or 17, whenever it came out. All right, let's install these other ones too, once Unity allows me to. And then we're going to have to install the actual packages from those as well, because the integrations won't work without the other packages. What's happening? Did I break it? I may have broken it. I broke the internet, everybody. What's that? What's that? What version of Unity is this? 2022.3. That's a good version to be on. What version are you all using in general? I imagine many of you will use multiple versions all at once. Legend of the Stonies. I'm actually just going to export the packages from here. It's a lot easier than downloading from the package manager, since I happen to have them all ready to go. It was those two and that one, right? Not any of the others. Correct. Yes, I'm just going to export these. Don't include the dependencies, particles, and then that'll be a lot easier to import than download from the package manager. Okay, there you go. There you go. Is it so? That's the LTS. We're both on the LTS of 2022. What point do you update to 23? Is it basically Unity 6, which is the LTS version? Or do you just keep, for the projects you've got, most stuff, quote unquote, most stuff, is it just keep going? I still have to bring in the integrations, though. I can just export them from this package too, actually. Arcanor, Forge 3D. Export. Integrations. All right. Hey, have you heard those new music AIs? They're pretty snazzy. That video I made, the words are mine. I wrote the words, and I spent a few hours trying to get the right song and figuring out the right prompt for the right style and feeling, and then basically doing it over and over again. I ran out of my quota, which was a lot, but I made a lot of cool sounds, or songs rather. I made all these songs just last night after I finished. I was bored. I just started going to town looking. You can see all these were done in 45 minutes. So all these were done in an hour, basically. In 1 hour, I made these many songs, and these are like full songs. They some of them are like 4 or 5 minutes long. Now they're not the best songs, I would say, but they're great for prototyping. The package manager. Oh, 23.2. My eyes from this far away confused I was like, that's a lower version. I didn't see it was 2023. I haven't even loaded up 2023 yet. I haven't needed to. So I haven't. All right, this should be good once we install all of those. The Magic Arsenal has a shit ton of particles in it. Like an awful lot, and they're good. They're really nice. I'm a fan of them, basically, is what I'm trying to tell you. Hopefully communicating that to you right properly, that I'm a fan. I like the stock. I like the projectiles. All right, so let's make this work. I'm going to... What am I going to do? All right, assuming that nothing broke when it crashed. I think it all imported. Actually, did it import? Let's see. Oh yeah, I was testing something. I have to get back to that. Something very, very interesting being tested that I need to get back to now that I got this out. Very, very interesting. If it works, it's going to be amazing. And once that works, I'll get back to doing a character creation scene, because I'll have characters, new characters to work with, that you will have too, of course. All right, Projectile Factory. There it is. All right, so this is how you set it up. It's fresh in my mind, so I probably won't need to remember anything. We're going to go to our prefab here, our flying eye. There it is. Nice eyeball. Wyman's using this eyeball in his game too, by the way. It's a good eyeball. I mean, of all eyeballs. So, all these different things. I have a new way of doing this. Oh, I should have embedded the cool things into the other one. Oh well, it's okay. I like putting these stuff on top of my scripts now to help understand what they do. We're going to add a projectile spawner, because this is now a projectile spawner. What am I? Oh, NPCs. NPC unknown and stuff. Okay, yeah, I was wondering why I didn't. So this is the default up here. Projectile Factory with docs and tutorials and the Discord links. And then some of the other scripts will not have this. Well, they'll have a very similar one, but they'll have a description. They all have different things, but they have something at the top. All right, so we need a projectile. For this one, we're going to use a laser beam. I think what we'll do is... Do we want an instant laser, or do we want a projectile? Hello, Tyler. How are you? Kingsbury, huh? A laser is instant, but for this game, instant... I mean, it works, but I think what I'll do is they will fire something, and maybe that's something we'll just home in on the player or something. I have heard that Super Text Mesh is great. That's the one that makes the text look really cool, right? Wyman talks about it, I believe, that it's really fun to use. In fact, I don't know. I should probably get it too. I mean, let's be honest. How much is it usually? $20 promotion. I think this one ends tomorrow morning too. If I'm not mistaken, this ends soon. Oh yeah, look at that. It's $95 usually. 79% off. So yeah, this is super easy. Everything's accessible. Rich text. It's basically a markup language. It takes a markup language, which is, I suppose you probably set up the certain things that are like W equals royalty or whatever elsewhere, and you just use the markup. But the tech behind it is really cool. Like obviously, I'm not going to put that kind of level up in this game, but there could be some coloring that would make sense to highlight keywords. And look, it's in my cart. It's already in my cart. All right. View in cart. So is this. I need to just email them for a voucher, though, because I want to include them as an integration, but I don't want to pay for it. Instead, I just want a voucher so I can do it and not have to pay for it. So I'm going to buy it right now, everybody. Let me just move it over here just in case it quickly shows my personal information. That would be not a disaster. I don't know what anyone would really do with it. Come visit me. Say hello. Don't do that. I wouldn't appreciate that. Nor would the people I live with. All right. Yes, I understand. Pay now. And did I buy it? Did I buy it? Soon. It's just slow. Ooh, I got my transaction on my Apple Card. That's my business card that I use for tax write-offs. So it worked. I just bought it. Well, it still showed my damn address. So well. No, that's not my address. It's a very old address, so that's not my address. Whatever. I bought it. So now you know. Anyways, Super Text Mesh. Thanks for reminding me that it was in my cart. All right, so we're gonna use a projectile. I think I'm gonna do one that shoots out. For this one, let's just go with one that I know of. So we're going to go to our Projectile Factory, Integrations, Magic Arsenal, Projectiles, and there's a lot. As I said, there's a lot. We're going to go with the Arcane Missile Normal. So we're just going to add that projectile there. The collision mask is going to collide with the player. I guess it could also collide with other NPCs. We have to be careful, though, because the automated behaviors that look for a new target will find from this mask unless you override that value. Oh, and we need a new layer for the projectiles themselves. Projectile. This is unfortunately the layers don't get shipped with they're unique to each project. So when we actually go to our projectiles here, they're going to be in a weird layer. They're in the player layer, and that's not right. We need to put all of these in the projectile layer. I should make a tool for this. Don't you think I should make a tool for this? I think I should make a tool for this. Let's sidetrack ourselves at this party and make a tool for this. It's because I have these shortcuts. Wait a minute. There should be other. Oh no, the shortcuts are. I was thinking about the menu here, Projectile Factory. Yeah. The shortcuts though are also up here, and so I think what I'm going to do is add a. Add a menu option to set the layer of all to a named layer that you provide. Thank you, TechDave99. We'll see. I don't know. I mean, if you buy it with my affiliate link, then you got all of them with my affiliate link. It's the affiliate link works for all purchases, not just purchases of my stuff, which is very nice. Which means that I get $1 from that purchase of text, Super Text Mesh. So let's quickly make that. I'm going to go to my editor. This is going to be one I'm going to port this over to the to Projectile Factory as well. So we're going to go with our editor here and factory menus. Yes, we'll do this. We're going to use the AI for this because although I'm sure I could figure it out myself, what's the point? Okay, so we want something like this. It's going to be set projectile layer string is the factory string plus shortcuts, or we're going to do helpers and set layer of all projectiles and window. We don't need the create on there. It's just going to be the window option. Whoops, this string, not that string. Okay. Set projectile layer. Set all projectiles layer. Let's see what happens with the AI. No, we need to prompt the user for a layer. And to do that, we're going to use another thing I created. And I'm going to have to remind myself where this one lives. It is the... Oh, I think this is actually outside of... This is in this editor menu. It's not part of this other thing I'm looking for is... what's going on? Okay, that was just being slow. All right. I know my backup drive is going, but this is not normal. While it's doing that, it's text input dialog. That's the thing. It's basically a pop-up window that allows for text input. I believe we can make a version of this that takes in layers and allows you to choose a layer and then set all of them to those layer and include the children. That way, I can have a quick start guide that just says, click this button, and it'll just do it. But right now, I don't know what it's doing. Let me quit this in case that's throwing it for a loop. What else do I got here? I can quit this. Not using that right now. I'm using that. I'm using that. I'm using that. I'm technically not using Synergy, but whatever. Trash. Oh, now it worked. Maybe, I don't know. I have no idea. Anyways, so text input dialog. Let me just quickly refresh my memory what we're talking about here. We're going to do... So it takes a title, a message, the default value. Message, input text. There's a text field. Let's try this. I mean, I guess it's probably... All right, let's make a new class that's just similar but different. Similar but not the same. All right, this is going to be a layer selection dialog. Private int layer selected, where selection equals 0. Make these right. I need to use actions more often. I don't, and I need to. No. Oh, that's because it's duplicated. That's why. All right, let's move this to its own class. All right. Wait a minute. Oh. I see. That. And then this. Got it. Got it. I was a little confused. I'm less confused now. All right. So this is going to show a layer selection. So layer selection equals 0. When you show the dialog, it'll start out at the 0. Show the message window.show utility. All right, this is the bread and butter though. Message, input text. This is where we're going to put a layer field here. Layer selection equals layer field, or is that not? Layer mask field. And interesting. Okay, what we need is private string layer names and return a list of all the layer names. All right. I don't know if this is gonna make include the blanks, but we'll find out. So we're actually going to then do a pop-up. Oh, it already knew. That's the AI is so good. It was faster than me at knowing we were going to do a pop-up. Still distracted. I got still distracted. See, I gotta distract myself from the task at hand. This will save a lot of human hours in the world, I think, and some time for me. I think eventually it'll save me some time overall. But all right, so we have a layer selection as a pop-up of that, and I think that's all we have to do there. If we say OK, we do OK invoke, on OK invoke. What happens on OK? I don't remember. How do I use this? How do I use this? And this, I say this. So I'm going to copy. There we go. That's what does actions. See, I need to learn how to use actions more. All right, so this is what we're doing here. It's not going to be a button. It's just if you do the menu thing, it's going to be set layers for all projectiles. So this is going to be, message is going to be, this will set the layer to all projectile prefabs in your project, including children. And the default value, I don't think we need anything for this. Whoops. Maybe we just say projectile. And it's not text, it's going to be layer input. What did I call it? I called it layer selection dialog. On OK, we do this. So get a list of all objects of type projectile in the project. All right, and then set the layer of those to the selected layer. Selected layer is a string. Get the layer from that. Check if the result is a valid layer. We should probably do that. All right, it shouldn't happen because we're selecting it from a list, but just in case. All right, so set layer. Will this also set the children? Let's ask the AI. Does this also include children of the object? And we don't need to create the assets. We can save the assets. Oh, sorry. I thought I had pasted this in. I guess I didn't. Okay, so now it's taking the path, putting the projectiles on the prefab. This is not right. No, this is not right. First of all, let me make sure this search works. This is a fun party, isn't it? I don't know what's going on with this. Why is it taking so long to compile scripts? All right. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Good thing we have phones these days. Anything? No, nothing. The project doesn't have that much stuff in it, really. So I'm not sure what the deal is. It's true. Before phones, we had to get one of those disposable cameras at the prom and take pictures of our food that way. People didn't take pictures of their food before. And then at some point we were like, I have a camera and this food looks good. Maybe my friends want to see it. I don't even know why this is. Okay. Projectile, or T is projectile, right? That's not. That's not what we're looking for. All right. That's not it AI. Here's the full code. I need to search for all prefabs in the project. If the parent prefab has a projectile component on it, then I need to change it and children of it to the selected layer. This isn't right though. It's not going to return. I don't think it's going to return. Maybe it will. Maybe the ASCII database search is different from the in-editor search. All right, assuming that it returns all of them. Debug.log. There are that many. All right, for each one, yes, and then the children. No, that's not right. For the children, as long as the parent has the component, all children need to be updated. They don't need the component. Sometimes the AI doesn't understand, or us humans aren't very good at communicating it. You know? It's just the modern world we live in, because we're living in the future, right? We're basically living in the future. All right, let's see if this works. In 5 minutes, when this recompiles, all right. Ugh. My Lord. I'm not even religious, but my God. I'm turning religious just so I can say my God with a passion, you know, and have it mean something. Because if an atheist says, holy shit, I mean, I guess holy can be spiritual, I suppose. It's not believing in religion or God. But, all right, let's say an atheist says, oh my God, that makes no sense, right? Like, if an atheist says, oh my God, then it doesn't really mean the same thing as if a devout religious person who believes in a God or my God or their God, their particular God, says, oh my God, right? See, I just have to fill time by quarters. Who uses quarters anymore? They feel so small. They used to be bigger, I think. Weren't they bigger back in the day? Quarters. The problem is I haven't held a quarter since I got these, and I don't remember when I got these, but they're here, so I must have gotten them. But they seem pretty small. Maybe my hands were smaller back then. Oh, it's back. All right, good. You said it. All right, so we're going to go to Projectile Factory, helpers, set layer of all projectiles. It comes up, great. We select projectile, okay, and nothing happened. Wow. All right, I'm not going to fiddle with that right now, I guess, because it takes so freaking long to fix or to compile. I can make it work, I'm sure, but that's the whole point that it's supposed to do. For now, we're going to do it by hand. So we're going to our projectiles, select them all, go like that. Yes, change children, and do all that. That's all I wanted it to do. Come on, was that so hard? All right. So we have our thing there. We need one spawn point. We don't need a spawn point manager. The eyeball only's got one spawn point. Where's the spawn point going to be? Well, I guess there's a spawn point here. So how about we just go with that? That seems like an appropriate thing to go with. We need one spawn point here. So spawn point. And the rotating transform is the flying eye. The tilting would probably be the flying eye too. No. It'd be the eyeball root would be the tilting one. Yeah. We'll take that. I don't think it will matter for this character. All right, so we got that. Collision mask is going to be mixed things. Oh, default as well. That way it collides with regular stuff. Oh, I accidentally clicked the show help buttons. Trajectory, we don't need a trajectory. Spawner events and projectile events, we don't need to set any of those. That should be good. Now we just need to make it do a thing. So let's save this prefab there. So now all of these should have it. They all have it. Good. The next thing is aware of player. Okay. I need a NPC movement. I don't think I have a script yet for that. My North Star stuff. The closest thing is this NPC movement. Okay, so what I think I'll do is just add it here for now. We can refactor it out later. So we'll just throw it down here for now. Header, attacking. Oh gosh. Is aware of player. How are we going to do this? A basic attack, I guess. Yeah. Public bool. No, public. Sure. Can attack equals true. Attack range, say 30. Attack cooldown? Sure. Let's do a 5-second cooldown. All right, so awake, we do that. Update, tick, look for player, and tick. Oh, we have a whole eye movement behavior. I can't remember what I was doing for the movement. Anyways, we're going to now do a handle attacks. Again, I'm going to refactor the crap out of this eventually. And for this one, if we can't attack, hey, AI, do it. If we can't attack them, we return. If the player is, if not player detected, then return. So vector 3, distance to player. We can put that as a property. Protected. Float distance to player is going to be that. That way we can just say down here, we can say if distance to player is greater than the attack range, then we return. And before we do that, we need a cooldown. Private float attack cooldown timer. If attack cooldown is greater than 0, then we will do return. And up here we will say if attack cooldown is greater than 0, then attack, then we do that, and then we return. Then we can remove that from down here. All right, so those are all the reasons we have to do that. And then we're just going to do protect or private projectile spawner. Projectile spawner will set an awake. Projectile spawner equals that. And then we'll do projectile spawner or fire projectile. And I just did it. All right, so projectile spawner spawn particle projectile. Now, this is not going to work exactly as we'd want it to see, or as it were to work, I think. Because it's starting it, it's not stopping it. But that's okay. We can chest it and then go from there. Because right now the spawn behavior just is a machine gun behavior, and it requires, it's expecting a stop because it goes on forever. Oh my gosh, I have to figure out what's going on with this. It's gonna happen again. Yeah. I don't know what's going on with all this. I swear this wasn't happening before because it would have pissed me off, and then is it the game modules window? I'll have to close this just in case it is the game modules window, because that would be a shame. I'd have to fix that. Stat. Nope. Still rainbow wheel. How about them aliens, huh? Have you guys been looking into them aliens, yo? What's the latest? Go on, 1 second. All right, so I was going to close this window just in case. Well, so it gives us some more real estate to work with, I suppose. All right, so press play. So I'm expecting, if everything works as expected, then they'll shoot the things, but they're going to be machine gun and shoot forever once they do start shooting. Which isn't ideal, but what can you do? What is going on? All right. Where are we? Let's find a... Let's get scene. Okay, there's null reference. Why is it null reference? That shouldn't be right. Oh, see, there's a warning. There's no projectile pool manager in the scene. We should bring that into the scene. That's my bad. My bad for not bringing in the projectile pool manager. I'll put this up here. All right. Save. Okay. All right, let's get seen again. Where are they? Ooh, somebody shot something there. See, look, it's working, but it's going. It's not. I mean, it's going, but it's not. There we go. So they're just, once they start firing, they just keep firing. I don't know where that's coming from. They're also going really fast. So you can kind of see them, but they're going really fast. So let's fix that. We can fix that. So right now we're just using the projectile from the demo scene. And we can see that because on our flying eye, we go to our projectile spawner. This is the projectile, this is the projectile, this is the projectile. So we're going to make a new projectile. We're going to make a new folder in Legend of the Stones. If I can, projectiles, and then we're going to just copy that projectile over, or make a duplicate of it, basically. And this is going to be copied or moved down to our projectiles. And we're going to call this magic or flying eye magic bolt. Whatever, it doesn't really matter. It's all going to be changed later anyways. And so now let's assign this to our prefab instead. So we do the right one. And then our magic bolt, we're just going to update this. So right now the speed's 100. We're going to set the speed to say 20. Make it much slower. Instead of machine gun, we're going to do one shot. One shot just does one shot, and the repeat count is 0. So it literally just does one shot, and then that's it. Turns itself off. The muzzle's fine. The raycast hit detector's fine. Destroys fine. Explosion's fine. Find new target. We are going to turn that off. Home in on target is 1. We need to set the target though. So right now it has no target. And we know it has no target because the spawner, which should have the target, doesn't have a target. So our targets for them is always going to be the player. And the target is, I believe, a transform, if I'm not mistaken. Or it's a game object. Okay. So in our NPC movement, in our little handle attacks here, the fire projectile, we're going to say the projectile spawner to set target. Is that? We should have a set target. Don't we have a set target? Target. Do I not have a set target? No, I need the spawner. Where's the projectile spawner? Target. Target, target, target. Game object target. Do I not have a set target? Oh, I should have a set target. Public bool set target. Game object value. Target equals value. All right. So this, I suppose, should be serialized field, private, target, like that. So we have a target, and then the other thing is just target. All right, there we go. So that's going to be an update. We'll make that update real quick. In fact, while I'm thinking about it, because I will forget. I have a tendency to forget everything. All packages, factory, Projectile Factory, make a new draft. Release notes 1.1.1 and 1.0. Whoops. 1.0.1. Added set target and target, or updated projectile spawner with a set target method and a target property. There we go. All right. So I'll update that after the stream, but now down here we can just say set target is player dot game object, and that should set the target. And now the projectile that's spawned inherits the target, and it's a homing in on player 1, so they should all come and hit the player. The player doesn't take damage at this point, but they will. And of course we have to wait. So hey, at least the silver lining here, it wasn't the game modules window making this happen. Maybe it's just, sometimes it's just time to update to the next version of Unity and magically things get fixed, you know? This is really boring me, though. The compiler errors. What compiler errors? Whoa. Oh. We have to fix all of these then. Alright, that's fine. This is the better way of doing it. I should have done this before. Actually, I think this was on my mental list of things to do, and I didn't do it because I forgot, because like I said, I'm forgetful. It wasn't that big of a deal. Like, it really isn't a huge deal. But technically, having a set method and whatnot is better. Because if you ever override it, you can have a more fancy set method that chooses from a list or does some other math in order to figure out what the target is. So all right, that should be it. Now, do we have to wait a whole bunch of time again? I'm glad it's not making us wait each time. Oh. Okay, and if, yeah. Okay. Paper notebook for a game dev memory. Ah, yes. You know what I got? I'll show you what I got. I'll show you what I got, what I really, really got. A couple years ago, I was at the Unity office during a GDC. Was it GDC? Yeah, GDC. This is probably 2021, I want to say. And I picked up these official Moleskine Unity notebooks with line notebooks. I got 2 of them. Like that's my shirt, and this one, which is a oh, this one's lined. Another one that's lined. So I got these 3. This one says Unity on it as well. It's just in that cool little bit. I have one that's a graph paper too, but I actually use it. I haven't used these, but I have one that's graph paper inside, and I used that, and I gave it to one of my friend's kids who liked Fortnite. I don't think he appreciated it. Oh, is this it right here? It's it right here. This is it right here underneath some other stuff. So here we go. Graph paper. Oh no, this is just one I bought. Never mind. It doesn't say Unity on it. It's just one I bought. It's very similar though to the one that says Unity on it. Not exactly the same, but very similar. Anyways, but this one is graph paper, which I used for What did I use it for? Didn't I use it? Maybe it was a 2-pack and this is one I didn't use. Anyways, that's my story. Press play. All right, flying eyes. Come at me, bro. Only the one that I bought. I haven't used any of the Unity ones because they're the special ones, so I haven't used them, right? But I should use them. Maybe I'll leave one right by me here. I've got pens here after all, so usually the pens aren't here though. All right, is anyone shooting at me? Yes, there we go. Okay, is it working? That one's shooting at me. It's not looking at me, but there's that. The thing is, I'm not seeing projectiles come out. I'm seeing the muzzle flashes and I'm seeing impacts, but I'm not seeing any actual projectiles. Are you? I'm seeing light from the projectile. It's like a ghost. Let's see. Well, I'm seeing it here. But I'm not seeing it there. That's weird, right? You can see it in the scene view, but not in this view. Why is that? Is my camera not seeing that layer or something? But the children are in that. Oh, no, I didn't change the children's layer. So it's probably the camera. Let's see. Yeah. But the camera's not set to see it. There you go. There we go. That's going to make it a lot more appealing when we can actually see them. You know, it's also allergy season, so it's got really warm today, and I was freaking excited. It's not going to be warm tomorrow, and the next day is going to be down to 55 Fahrenheit and raining again. So this is just a taste of what's to come. But man, I'm so much happier when it's warm. All right. There we go. Now, the other thing we're going to have to do is right now they're not looking at us. Oh. Oh, but there's a delay. Never mind. I don't need to do the delay. So they're firing it straight, and then there's a little delay on the thing. Ideally, we just make them look at us, right? And then it would fire directly at us. Right now, that's firing like I'm... Yeah, so you can see they're firing straight, even though I'm up here, and then it comes out. So in an ideal world, we'd get it to tilt a little bit, or we at least have it fire straight towards me. And we'd make something happen when we get hit, and we'd make it so that it slows down a little bit when it gets close to us or just hits us already or something, because right now they're just flying around us. Or we would make them not home in on the target at all, because once they're facing me, then you just make it so you can walk around and dodge them a little bit, you know. But they're working. The projectiles are working. True, but these are so pretty. I got them. They were sitting on tables at the Unity office, and I took them. Oh, my eye's itching now. Shoot, I probably shouldn't have scratched it. All right, so let's do a little bit of that. So we're going to go to our particle, or projectile rather, and change the home and on target, and we're just going to replace that with the move forward. So now it's just going to move forward. And look at target. Offset We're going to replace this with a copy. I'm not sure if we're going to need a target, an offset, but I think so. Because, yeah, so... offset 1 plus 1 y. Okay. Replacing that one with a copy. See, now there's 2 of them. And then we're going to expand that and change that to that. I believe that will make it constantly look at the target. So it should follow us in a better fashion than the homing one did. The homing one has the maximum angle, and that's why it went around us. This one will just constantly look at us. So even while we move, it should just keep going straight for us. I might want to change that to only look at the beginning, but for now, let's just see. Yeah, so now they're all going. I got the offset a little high. And they're not colliding with us where they are, but I'm not sure what they're doing. What does the player even have a collider on it? What's the deal? I actually don't know. We've not used that portion yet, so I don't know. There's no collider there. There's a capsule collider here, but that's not. So, I mean, I guess there is a collider on it. So they should be hitting the player, but I don't know. I think... my eye is starting to itch bad. All right, so I'm going to take this off on that and put it in here instead. Do a spawn. Do I not have a look at target? I don't have a spawn modification behavior that says look at the target. Well, let's make one. So here's how to make a new spawn modification behavior. A custom one, because I don't think I've scripted it yet. Let's find out. Spawn behavior modification, create Projectile Factory, spawn behavior mod. Nope. Haven't done that one yet. All right, so just have to really look at any of them. I find the easiest way to just get started by making a new script is just to find one of them that exists already, if Unity ever loads it. All right, going to, god damn, the script. Checking your messages from your friends. I don't know what's going on here. Oh. I wonder. What kind of caching am I doing? I should check to make sure it's not this script that's causing it. When we get to eventually open it, I'll find out. But and we didn't have these scripts up when it was happening before, so maybe it's not it. Scribble logbook, and paper memory. Silent partner. My silent partner is the AIs. Unless it's a music or... Look at that. It could have been this. It could have been the caching. because I've got a lot of game objects here. That could be it. I wonder. I might need to work on that later tonight. All right, let's do this. So we're going to do a new spawn behavior modification. And it's going to be look at target. New look at target. And spawn behavior mod look at target. And then what we're going to do on this one, we're going to have a public or header options. Oops. Public vector 3 offset, and then internal rotates the projectile to look at the target, and then on spawn public override void on or on spawn. We do the base transform look at the target plus the offset. That should be good. We just need to put it into its own thing. That's how you make a new thing in this, by the way. It's not terribly difficult. Like this whole new behavior is really just this. And once you do that, I'm going to do that, save this in the demo because that's the way it's just going to be used by others or me in future demos. Just go to create Projectile Factory, spawn behavior modifications, and look at target. Spawn, yeah, just look at target 1 + 1 meter, 1y, yeah, 1y, and then go to our projectile again, and look at target plus 1y. There it is. Press play. So now it should look at the target, which is the player, and do a thing. Now we should be able to dodge it. Yeah, so now we can dodge them. So the question is, if we fly up here, do they look at me? They are looking at me. Perfect. So there you go. It works. Isn't that nice? Now the big issue here is that they don't appear to be colliding. How big am I? Am I small? They're all going over my head. Here's a 1 meter cube. This is 2 meters. Player is, yeah, I'm the right size. It looks like maybe my position is right here in the middle, so maybe I don't need to do that. Where's my camera? I want to go right at the camera, really. Or maybe a little lower. So let's change it a little bit. Oh my lord. This eye. To change that, you just go to your spawn behavior modification, the object. You can make a new one if you want, but I'm gonna just change it right here. Okay, I'm gonna have to fix this. I think it's my script that's causing this. That's a shame. I'm gonna get some questions about that because it caches where it's used, which is very helpful, but apparently with so many objects in the thing, I think my nose is starting to bleed too, by the way. I'm just full of problems at the moment. Hold on, I'm gonna get some eye drops. promise I'm not crying. I'm not crying, everybody. Because I have to fix this script. I'm not crying. Not doing it. Yeah, I think in the end I might have a target position. But for now, just going to go 0.8. 2.8. All right. All right, press play. All right, that's better, right? Does it look like it's coming at me? Yeah, boom, boom, boom. Now, is it colliding with me? Yes, yes, yes. It's still going too high, though, isn't it? Wow, maybe, I guess if it's in the middle, then, yeah, so maybe it would be 0.5 in the end. Oh, man. Okay, I'm going to have to fix this now, because this is going to annoy me. It would be interesting because then you can also move the target and do cool little like game mechanics by like moving the target, you know? If that makes sense. My goodness. I love the warm weather, but springtime comes to allergies. And last year, I had a week and a half or so that my eyes were nasty. I would wake up and they'd be shut, like sealed shut from gunk. Took a bunch of antiviral stuff or antibacterial stuff, but I think it was just bad allergies in the end. It was not fun. And that was not a year ago. It was later, but all right, let's switch over to another project to work on this. First, since this got here now, Projectile Factory export package. Since I made updates, I'm going to import this into the main package. And we'll fix it in the main package and bring it back. Neti pots. I don't like those one bit. But it's mostly in my eyes, which is, I don't know if neti pots work for that, do they? Assets import, custom package. This one, import. Import. It should be fine. I only changed a few things. Oh, it might be some support. Oh, yeah. Wait, what was the error with the menus? Oh, layer selection dialog. Forgot this little script. Okay. So I hope I don't have to take away this feature because I really like the feature. I like the feature. I still like the feature. Yeah. My friend does it pretty much every day, but his nose is nasty and big. So this is when I was looking at a demo. Data objects. Really any of them, but these are the ones. So this is what we're talking about here. Why is this still like this? There we go. So, cache objects. Cache objects. Cache projectiles. All right, let's try see if we can make this faster. This is very slow in my other project, which has a lot of objects in it. Is there a way to speed this up? Hopefully there is. All right, let me ask in a different AI. I swear I have a hint of a memory of a similar problem in one of my other packages, which I solved. Well, I want to regenerate. I don't like that answer either. There's an error. Is ChatGPT down? I was thinking the other day, if suddenly the AIs just stopped working, I'd be like, kind of sad. Nope. All right. I am making multiple find asset calls. All right. Okay, so maybe prefabs will be a little faster. But I can't imagine it'll be drastically faster. Unity. Do I call it twice in a row? Oh, I guess I do. Okay, so this is the factory editor utilities. But let's open this one up because this is I have a lot of finds here. Here's a similar method. Is this faster than mine? I don't think so, because I'm still doing the same thing down here. So what I'm hearing is no, it's not faster. But I'm doing the same thing, so. But I never used this method either. So there you go. Diary or a log in a sticky note system so you can add links from the project to the doc. Wait, what were we talking about? Are we talking about books still? All right. I'm going to bring that into Legend of the Stonies. And we're going to see if it's any faster. So the other option instead, so we're caching every time we load one of the objects, we cache it, and then we don't check it again. It's cached, so it only happens once. But the other option is to cache it like when Unity loads or something like that, and then just add things as you go along and remove things as you go along. But that would require some work. I didn't take any allergy pills today, just the eye drops. Alloway. Does it really work? I don't know. How do you know my fingers are dirty? I wash my hands before I go to the bathroom every time. All right. So that part was still slow. I'm not sure if that was related. All right. I might just have to remove the feature. It's not that important. It's just a nice to have. It's not a required feature. I know fingers are always dirty. It's a little faster. but not really. All right, here's the deal. Two things. One, I'm gonna have to dig deeper into this, find out if this is the issue or not. I'm gonna have to add some debug logs, but I'm also gonna have to wash my eyes out. So I'm gonna go do that. My face is really sweaty too from my walk earlier. I didn't wash it off, and I think that's probably part of the issue too. So I'm gonna do that. My nose is also getting stuffy now, so I'm gonna go take allergy medicine and just do all that. Blow my nose, me gross, and all that. So thanks for hanging out for the party. For all of you who weren't here earlier, check out it links in the description below, but check out infinitypbr.com, go to CL Assets, click on the CL Assets, and then click on the Projectile Factory if you'd like to get this on the Asset Store. It's also on sale in the new release discount, so you can click over there and find it down there in the list as well. Thank you for hanging out. I will see you soon. See you on the Game Dev Show tomorrow. Can you see real-time sales amounts? It's not quite real-time. It's a little delayed, and I believe it's about 20 sales, which is pretty good for the first day. So I'll take it. The real trick on these is, 20 sales is not going to pay for the time I spent on this. That's not going to happen. The real trick is when things, get in a sale or something like that, and then you make like, $1,000 in a week or 2 or 3. That's where it's like, okay, that's helpful. Honestly, none of these will really pay back the time I spent on it. But hey, Scott, how are you? But, maybe one day over the course of 5 years, they'll make enough to pay back what I spent. But either way, I'm using it for my game, and that's the important bit. So there you go. I'm going to go. I'm going to play the jingle out, and I will see you real soon. Maybe tomorrow, Game Dev Show in the morning. Yep. See ya.
Projectile Factory, I can't wait for you to see. It'll make your game easy to make, super fast when you want to create. Put some lines together, oh yeah, add some behaviors to that's right. Switch them out and make something new. That's what it's all about. Oh wow, this one fires straight, this one fires lightning routine. This one fires green, this one fires all around. It's easy to change the way the projectiles behave. It's easy to customize, get new logic to fit your game. And don't forget the Discord for support and funny jokes. The docs are very extensive, and we got YouTube tutorials. So now you've seen Projectile Factory, my magic big games. You can get it on the Unity Asset Store. Hey!